The Last Hour of the Starks, Bran's Final Gift. 9 years after the Great Council, when the world had finally learned how to breathe again, a raven arrived at Winterfell. It bore no long speech, no formal seals from the southern court, only a single sigil burned into the wax, the three-eyed raven. Sansa Stark broke the seal alone. She had learned long ago that messages from King's Landing were safest when read in silence. The handwriting was precise, almost too precise, as if written by someone who remembered how human hands moved, but no longer felt the motion naturally. Sister, what remains of Bran Stark is nearly gone. Come to the Isle of Faces at the next full moon. Bring something from Winterfell's heart tree. This is our last chance. Sansa read the words 3 times. Her hands did not shake, but something tightened in her chest. The same feeling she had known the night her father was taken, the day Winterfell fell, the moment she realized Jon would never come back south. She had always known this day would come. Bran had been disappearing for years. Each visit to King's Landing, he felt more distant, less present, his silences longer, his gaze focused on things no one else could see. He ruled wisely, almost perfectly, but wisdom without warmth is its own kind of loss. This message was not from a king. It was from a brother who was running out of time. Sansa made arrangements quickly and quietly. She told her council she was traveling south for diplomacy. She took only a small escort. Brienne of Tarth rode with her, as she always did, silent, steady, unbreakable. The full moon was 5 days away. They rode hard. The Isle of Faces lay in the center of the God's Eye, the largest lake in Westeros, sacred ground, untouched, untaken. A place older than kingdoms, where the children of the forest and the first men had made their pact thousands of years ago. No armies marched there. No lords claimed it. Even during the worst wars, it was left alone. Some said ancient magic guarded it. Others said memory itself did. At dawn, fishermen ferried Sansa across. She wore simple traveling clothes, not a queen's gown. In her pocket, wrapped in cloth, she carried Lan's one red leaf from Winterfell's heart tree, picked by her own hand. Bran was already there. His chair rested beneath the largest weirwood Sansa had ever seen. Its trunk was so wide, 10 men could not have circled it. Its carved faces watched from every angle, eyes red with ancient knowing. Bran stared at the tree with white, unseeing eyes. He did not turn when Sansa approached. She knelt beside him and touched his hand. It was cold, not dead, but absent of warmth, like stone that had never known sunlight. "Bran," she said softly, "I'm here." For a moment, nothing happened. Then he blinked. The white faded, and for a heartbeat, just one, her brother was back. "Sansa," he said, voice thin but human. "Thank you for coming. I wasn't certain you would." She smiled sadly. "You're my brother. Of course I came." He hesitated. "Am I still?" They sat in silence beneath the watching tree. Finally, Bran spoke again. "Jon is beyond the wall. He cannot cross south even if he wanted to. And Arya is too far west for any raven to reach in time." Sansa already knew this. The pack had scattered. It always had. "But," Bran continued, "the weirwoods see everything. They remember everything. I can create a space, a moment where all 4 of us can meet one last time." Sansa's breath caught. "How long?" she asked. "An hour," Bran said. "Perhaps less. Holding the connection while remaining myself will consume what little remains. After that, only the raven would exist. Not Bran Stark, just memory without feeling." Sansa squeezed his hand. "Then we shouldn't waste it." Bran nodded. He placed his palm against the white bark. Red sap seeped like blood. He gestured for Sansa to do the same. She pressed the red leaf against the tree beside his hand. The world shifted. Not like sleep, not like death, like stepping into a room that existed everywhere at once. Sansa was still on the Isle of Faces, and somewhere else. A place that felt like Winterfell's Godswood, but lighter, thinner, made of memory and intention rather than stone. Jon Snow stood across from her, not physically, but unmistakably present. He looked older, weathered, free, his hair longer, a beard framing a face that had finally learned peace. He wore furs and leather. He looked like a man who had chosen his life rather than inherited it. "Sansa," he said, warmth filling the space. "Sister." Before she could answer, another presence formed, faint, flickering. Arya, her skin darker from sun, scars Sansa did not recognize, clothes belonging to no kingdom. She grinned, the same wild grin from childhood. "The pack," Arya said, "together again." All four Stark children stood beneath a weirwood that existed only in shared vision. The last time they had been together like this was before the long night, before the world broke them and remade them into something harder. Bran spoke. I wanted you to see what I see. The space changed. They were no longer standing together. They were watching. Memories, not their own. Their father, Ned Stark, kneeling in King's Landing. His final thought was not fear or anger, but hope that his children would survive, that they would remember who they were. Their mother at the Red Wedding. Terror and grief, but beneath it, love. Desperate hope that at least some of her children were not there to die. Robb Stark's final moment. Pride, not in victory, but in his siblings. Certainty that they would endure where he could not. The visions faded. Silence followed. Jon spoke first. I wish I could have saved them. You couldn't, Bran said gently. I've seen every path. Worlds where father lived, but Westeros burned. Worlds where mother survived, but her children died. Worlds where Robb won and became a tyrant. Sansa's anger flared. Don't reduce them to pieces on a board. I'm not, Bran replied. I'm honoring them. Their love created the path that let us survive. Arya stepped closer. So we made it, she said quietly, against everything. Scattered, Jon added, but still family, Sansa said. Still the pack, Bran finished. The space trembled. Bran's form flickered. I have one more thing to show you. They saw possibilities. Sansa's descendants ruling an independent North for generations. Jon's children bridging free folk and watch into something new. Arya's discoveries reshaping the world's understanding of itself. These futures aren't certain, Bran said, but they're possible because of what we chose. Jon looked at him. And you? Bran smiled, sad, distant. I won't have a future, only an eternal present. The Raven remembers everything, but feels nothing. Arya rested a hand on his shoulder. Will you remember us? I'll remember everything, Bran said. That's the problem. Jon stepped forward. Then let's make this moment count. One by one, they spoke. Jon apologized for absences, for failures, for choices that hurt. Sansa forgave him without hesitation. Arya laughed softly. We survived. That's what matters. Sansa spoke last. The people we were didn't survive, but something better grew from them. Something free, Jon said. Something necessary, Arya added. The world needed what we became, Bran said. The vision began to dissolve. Arya faded first. Love you, she said. Don't wait for me. Jon followed. I finally understand what home means. Only Sansa and Bran remained. Sansa, Bran whispered, rule well. She leaned forward and kissed his forehead. Goodbye, brother. The vision collapsed. Sansa gasped, pulling her hand from the tree. She was back on the Isle of Faces. Bran sat beside her, eyes white, empty, breathing steady but mechanical. The three-eyed raven had taken everything. Sansa stayed with him for a long time. She told no one what happened on that island. Some moments are not meant for history, only memory. The pack never gathered again, but the pack survived, and that was enough. If this was the end, then it was an ending built not on triumph, but on endurance. Subscribe to Zaldrizis Iexio. The stories continue, quietly, where history forgets to look.